So yeah, what's happening, man?
Well, another day, another time, another topic to
podcast.
talk about.
Yeah.
There's too much accent happening here.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's how you get your inhibitions out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this one time where I went to a party. I was a few years back now. I got so drunk that I started talking in an Irish accent, and I kept telling everyone that I feel Irish, like the proper Irish, and I can't say it right now, but yeah, it was an evening to remember.
Are these the ones who wear the skirts? Irish people?
Yeah. No, those are the Scottish people. Scottish people wear skirts and play the bagpipes. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like, so cool that skirts are normal for men there. We wear skirts here, we will be thrown rocks at.
Rocks? No. We'll be thrown rocks at.
Yeah, lots of looks. Some more unsavory than savory.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I remember when you talk about skirts, right? In Delhi, at least, if that's the case. If we wear our traditional lungi, or I mean, it's not the checked ones. It's the nice white ones.
White ones with the border on the side.
Border and all that. Even if you wear that and go outside, you're completely stared at.
Oh.
Like you.
Over here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do that for kicks, actually. It's really fun. Really fun. You go walk outside, everybody's looking at you. That's me.
That's you.
That's me. Yeah.
But yeah, it's so strange. We live in a cosmopolitan city with so many people living here, like generations of people from different places, and still people find it so strange.
It's just like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
No more skirts for Delhi.
But speaking of skirts, I think if it was acceptable in Delhi, in this weather right now,
everybody would want to wear one.
Yeah,
that's true.
It would feel so comfortable to just wear a skirt and walk around. That's so hot. Last week it was, this week, Monday, 48 degree. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Oh, that whole, and fortunately I was driving that day, and I had to drop my sister to the railway station, and it was unimaginable. Man. I can't even talk about how hot it was. There's no comparison to because I think probably we faced that because there was no on that day there was no breeze at all.
Absolutely.
Not one bit. And you stuck in that heat, and what great timing. The train was also scheduled at 12:30 in the afternoon.
Damn, man.
Right in the peak when the sun is right on the top of your head. And and no matter where you park, there's no shade.
There's no shade.
And even if you're under the shade, it's going to be really hot.
That floating heat which is all around you during those days, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
My dad just couldn't take it. It was just too bad for him.
I remember meeting him that day. He was not in a very happy mood that day.
I think nobody in Delhi was
in a happy mood that day.
I really pity all those who went outside that day.
And that fake thunder which came, I think, the next day.
I mean, exactly. What is that? What is happening? Couldn't that happen the other day? Tab hota to, one would have felt कि हाँ यार सही है, कुछ तो हो रहा है, something better. चलो जाते आप थोड़ा हवा देके जा रहे हो. Nothing like that.
Another friend of mine has this theory that as people of this city, and he's not really a God-fearing person, but still, like he says that we have sinned so much that as a collective of people that we deserve this kind of punishment. Actually,
that's a way to say we've sinned so much to the nature. I'd agree to that, actually.
Yeah, even I agree to it. We have created this situation for ourselves. And it doesn't even matter, right? Like right now it's the heat that is bothering us, but in the winter,
much more to come.
In the winter there is this wave of pollution which just settles into the city.
You can't breathe like last year.
I remember, man.
Breathe. I mean, so we have a nice, beautiful terrace here where we sit, and we usually pass our time in the evenings there. And usually you can see the sky at least a good distance away where you feel comfortable that you can breathe. But last year in winter it was the smog or whatever it was, it just came down so much. It almost felt like there was a huge blanket all over Delhi.
Or just smoke, it's just smoke.
And you couldn't breathe. you felt claustrophobic standing at the top of the terrace, which is impossible.
Yeah, not possible anymore.
Not impossible anymore,
Yeah.
but it seemed impossible before that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this? I can't deal with this.
Yeah, man, I remember that time.
What climate change.
And the weirdest part was how everyone else reacted to it. It wasn't as if tell the people to stop, do something better, plant more trees, make sure that there is no smoke coming from the north or anything like that. Our solution for the problem was buy masks.
That's correct.
Like buy masks.
Just deal with it.
Yeah, just deal with it. Don't raise any questions about this. Don't question the problem, the source of the problem. Just take a cheap fix. Buy a mask.
Change yourself.
Yeah,
Keep changing yourself.
Keep adapting to this strange situation that you find yourself in, man.
No, it's not right. It's not right. I mean, imagine it's us who are so privileged.
Yeah.
That we have shelters. We have at least a roof to be under.
Yeah.
Imagine those who don't.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Horrific sight to even.
They're pretty much stuck. Like they can't really do anything about any of this. So yeah. So yeah. I mean, it's a big. And to think that they can't even put plants in their home to at least freshen up the atmosphere within the room.
Yeah.
Like they don't even have space.
Probably
to do
even
that.
if they do, they don't know which plants to put.
Yeah. Actually.
I mean, forget that's a different topic altogether. But then the entire idea of having to plant a tree or a plant or anything.
Yeah.
It's not in our I think. Culture in Delhi?
It was, I think, at one point, I remember when I was in school, the school would take it as a responsibility, that we'll bring the kids together and they will come with us and we'll go out and we'll plant trees, we'll plant little saplings in the ground.
I think they thought it's enough now.
Yeah. Pretty much. Now they've just given up.
10, 12 years down the line now, they think abhi zarurat nahi hai. Let it be. It's okay.
And I have a feeling the trees that we planted have now been chopped down. Either they have been chopped down or they have been they have been cemented over with something or the other.
That is ridiculous.
I remember,
or made a BRT on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like some flyover, something. Yeah. It bothers me because I know that for every city to be developed, you have to have certain infrastructural facilities like flyovers, like a train system and public transport systems and all of that. But after a point, you need to draw a line.
Yes.
Like in this place, in the Deer Park, which is near IIT here in Delhi, they chopped down so many trees to make the metro station. I agree with the fact that a metro station is required. It's good for connectivity. But the number of trees that you're chopping down, there's definitely still a lot of space out there. And if we as concerned citizens can do our bit and just plant a tree, man, like a sapling or something.
Just plant anything.
Just
plant any tree that you... that you want or whatever.
Yeah, because
how is it? It's just the fact that people are not able to see this because these guys are in their own trip. If they can't see a problem, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
And that's a human nature.
Yeah.
You don't see something, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's easier to say that and then do whatever. But look at the site in Delhi right now.
Right now it's
too much of concrete. Everywhere you go, you see a building, you see... this is buildings.
Yeah, and none of these buildings are being planned or made in synergy with the natural environment.
That's what.
It's only through destruction that they are creating these structures which suck up the groundwater, which do not improve the weather condition which is there in the city. And over the past, and I've been here more than 30 years, you've been here almost 30 years. So it's quite... I mean, it makes me wonder that we've gone from a time when there was so much space that we'd be playing cricket and all of these sports on the streets.
Exactly.
And we wouldn't be bothered about cars coming over or running us over or anything.
In fact, not even about the climate and the major aspect. I mean, if there was a holiday, we'd be outside.
Yeah, that was the only thing to do, right? Like that was the exciting bit about a holiday was that now we are going to spend the entire day outside playing, chilling, doing whatever, like just. But actually, there was no chilling at that time.
Chilling, that idea of chilling
was not
later.
much later. Like as we grew older, it became a thing. Other than that, we were just playing, like whatever we could get our hands on. And sometimes like when I look around nowadays, we always say that kids aren't outdoors playing as much. I don't see it. I don't see kids outside playing as much
apart
as we
from
used to.
Some coaching.
Or academy that people have.
That now they've made it a business. Can you imagine
exactly.
Playing? They've made playing a business. Like making your kids play has become a part of their business today.
It's kind of sad. But then when everything else is reflecting that mentality, whether it's caring for nature, whether it's the kind of buildings that you're making, or whether it's the kind of schooling systems that you're putting in place, everything is reflecting that nature. So that makes me think, man, like really. So sports is definitely something which is very, very close to my heart. Like I have always been that kid who, even till today, even though I can't play many of the sports anymore, for a multitude of reasons, like there are not enough people anymore, and plus if I go and play around kids, A, it's awkward, and B,
but you don't look that old for them to.
No, but still, like I look older than them, right? And when it's a different thing now, even when I go to the sports complexes, people can tell like this guy is not of our age group anymore, and I'm talking about 18-year-old kids and all that. So so one thing which I have, which really sometimes irks me is that even though I still have the inclination to go out and play, even the kids who are there sometimes, they're
okay with you.
They're there because somebody has sent them.
Oh.
They're not come because it's a Sunday. We don't have anything else to do. I don't want to stare at my phone. I don't want to look at TV. I want to go out and play. It's not like that. It's more, some of them come there, and the younger ones, of course, who've been sent there. So it really makes me think that are we really creating an environment in this city where playing was the best thing that you could do because you had so much open space to I'm playing because they told me to.
Yeah, but then that's the thing. In today's time, people don't have so much. I would want to disregard anybody's thought process, but I'd say at least have the brains to kick your kids out of the house and say get out and play. Don't use your phones. Don't use my phone.
Spend so much time on
whose phone? Don't use my phone.
Anyone's phone.
Don't use the tablet. Don't use anything. Just get out there and play. If your friends aren't there, figure it out. We used to figure it out, man.
We used to call up people in their house that get out, get out of your house.
Standing in front of their house for hours. For no reason. Just to come, call them out to play. It's not happening anymore.
But the times have changed, man.
Let it be, the kid they will face this, that, and whatnot, and just let it be. It's just give that phone now. Bachpan se to aadat hai. Phone de do, phone pakda do.
It's pretty bad. But I wish that the city. So in other cities, I don't know what it's like because I haven't really lived for that long to have a impression of the culture of the city. But over here, we had an active culture of playing, of societal tournaments every summer happening. That kids are coming out and there's a tournament happening in the neighborhood and you participate, you play. Whether it could be anything, it could be football, basketball, cricket,
anything.
It could be anything, and people would be. But that culture is now slowly shifting.
It's gone.
And it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because when you look around today, the number of mainstream opportunities for sports is actually way more than the opportunities that we had when we were younger.
That's true.
Yet,
that's scary. I didn't even think of it like that.
I mean, it makes me feel weird. Like when the number of opportunities increase, one would think that it's a reflection of the sporting culture.
Demand and supply.
Economics. Pretty much. But then so there's this wonderful.
They're not creating any supply. There's so much demand.
Exactly. But now, earlier we were I was looking for opportunities. Like somehow, somewhere I could go and play, and they pick me up and pay me something, and I could, at least on a semi-professional level, pursue my sport, which I like.
I was very serious about football. Man.
Yeah, see, like we all on some level thought that, but that dream ended.
Yeah, because there was no scope.
There's no scope. Like even if you are a footballer, what will you earn? How will you make your monthly pay and all of those things? Like, but now when you look at it, from academies to clubs to
so many things,
national level tournaments, everything which is there. But now when I look around, it's like the spirit, the child type spirit which is there in the kid to play is not. It's gone because it's not been kindled at all. Like it has been put out, and it's really makes me sad sometimes. It puzzles me when the opportunities increase. Like it should be a reflection. Yeah, like why would it be so? I guess it is.
Anyway, I think if people have a valid answer to this, I don't know.
Yeah, I would if people do have an answer to this, because it's an important question. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes actually, culture reflects what it is. There's this belief system of society as a whole, and our culture right now is showing us a lot of professional opportunities in the realm of sports. Yet on the ground level, I'm seeing nosedive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Complete nosedive in this. I
mean, they send them for these places, but nobody's. I think everybody is still very insecure. We were talking about this yesterday, weren't we? We were talking about the opportunities that one has in various fields of art.
Yeah.
And we've seen that, but we explored a couple of things with that. But I think people are just very insecure. I would say afraid. They don't really know, how to do this, or what can this even get you to. And at the same moment, I mean, to contradict the entire thing, there are extremes also.
Yeah.
There are extremes to the other end where people force their kids to
go and pursue
one sport.
Yeah.
Because they like it, or they think that is what is going to earn
their
bread and butter.
Yeah.
Because if this kid if he plays really well and becomes famous or gets into the team, is only when I get my bread and butter.
Yeah.
So, or whatever it is, or it could be, it's not just about money. It could be somebody's passion. That my kid has to be, in the national team or whatever. Or it has to be a sports star.
Yeah.
Even that exists.
Yeah. So, actually, that's true.
So, what are you doing this for? Business?
I think in a way that push is good also, from which is coming, but it has to be controlled.
Yeah.
It's good, like if you see the athletic ability in your child, like if Sachin Tendulkar's father had not pushed him to the coach and envisioned that, it would not have happened. Like it would definitely would not have happened. We wouldn't have the greatest cricketer alive attributed to India. Sir Donald Bradman would have that moniker still. But I although I do agree with what you're saying, I think that it's important that if you find the ability in your young one, or if you are a coach, you see a child who has exceptional ability and can go on to do something great, but that push also cannot be hard-nosed. It cannot be like there is nothing else.
Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing else you can't do.
Who will give an option?
Man? Yeah. Like
that's what in today's time. That's what is there to give. Like you can give options to people.
Yeah.
Many a times people are, are standing there with a blindfold. Willingly not wanting to see any option. But that is wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong.
I don't mind anybody saying anything about this, but I'm simply saying that is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
If you don't see the option and then complain you didn't have options, that's why you don't want to see any other option now which is available, that is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is
sports that way, and I guess any other field for that matter, it is important when you recognize something in somebody to push them, but at the same time it has to be measured in some way. It cannot be like in Senegal has this thing around football, and it is here in India, people say that in every household, if there is a boy, and nowadays, thankfully, if there is a girl also, they are pushed into sports in a way that you have to pursue a career in sports. Like you have to be a cricketer. It has happened. Like I saw it when I was a kid. When I was in my academy, there was this guy named Amit. He was a fantastic left-arm spinner and he was a batsman. Perfect. He enjoyed playing the game. But he lost touch with the sport simply because he was pushed from every direction to pursue a career in sports.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, he loved to play. That was his thing. He really, really liked to play. But every time this question would be raised by his parents, who would come to the ground and ask the coach, so where is his career going? Is he moving in that direction? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Sometimes I agree that maybe that push is required. Sometimes you have to, if you really want, if your son does not feel like he needs to go in that or he feels like there's something else that he wants to do, I don't know.
Might as well do it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let them go.
Yeah, exactly. But sports is like that. You never know, even though there are opportunities abound right now. So one of the most inspiring sports stories for me is actually again from cricket. These two brothers who used to play for the Indian national team, Yusuf Pathan in cricket and Irfan Pathan.
Irfan Pathan.
So these boys used to play cricket outside on the road. They didn't even have a field to play on. And they used to play there. The elder brother was a fantastic bowler. Later on went to be a batsman also. The younger brother Yusuf was a fantastic batsman. Didn't have as long a career as his brother, but still.
Not much, yeah.
But it was from the streets that these boys grew up, went and gave trials, and somehow or the other, they made their way into the national team. Irfan became a legend. He's the only Indian bowler to take a hat trick in the opening of the opponent's innings. Like the first 3 wickets were a hat trick by him, and he achieved great things, great things. And again, like going back to where we started this, these kids had the opportunity to play on the streets. There was that culture there, and people would come and see kids play there, and thinking that okay, fine, let's take these boys, let's tell them to go and give a trial there.
Yeah.
But nowadays, barely any street games happening, or I mean, it's.
I don't even know if there are tournaments which kids arrange for.
I don't
anywhere,
know. Not in my
happening.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening in my neighborhood.
But I think it stopped quite long back.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about it now, but I think as you were mentioning the other time when we were speaking about this, that it has stopped quite a long back.
Yeah, quite some time back. There's no. So right now, like we're in the middle of summer. Yeah. I remember when I was in school, by this time we were at the quarterfinal stage of a tournament which was happening within our neighborhood or a neighboring colony somewhere.
Yeah,
and that would be the most exciting
thing. Yeah,
like
you'll be preparing for it so hard and so many things.
Now it doesn't happen. Now there are just they're used more as events to draw in a crowd for a festival. So like for the Bengalis, when the Durga Puja happens, right before the Durga Puja, there's a sports meet.
Okay.
Yeah, where they have these bunch of sports, like football, cricket, basketball. And they have these, not basketball, only football and cricket. And it's a 3-day tournament which happens. And it happens in all of these parks where the puja is going to happen, where they're going to set up that huge structure in which all the deities will be placed and all of that.
In Mela Ground? Or
in Mela Ground, in K Block, in Pocket 40, everywhere it happens. But when I look at it now, it doesn't feel like it is a part of, say, a movement to promote sports amongst the kids. It's more like a novelty thing.
Yeah.
That we are asking your kids to come so that you come also.
Yeah.
You know, like that. And it's kind of sad. Like
it's kind of it's a way of drawing more people into your business.
Yeah, exactly. Getting more eyeballs, as people say, on what you are doing.
I mean, we're talking about that. There's so much happening around the players in themselves, like the national team players.
Yeah, like of course,
everything goes around them.
Yeah,
I mean,
we don't know most of the time whether they are the ones who are deciding whether they are going to play or not. Like it is more of a business decision which is being made.
I think people around them decide if they're fit to play or not.
Exactly.
I don't know how you do that.
But it's come to that. Like it's not in all sports now. It's not just in cricket or anything like that. Like every sport, because of the high level of commercialization, rather than looking at the players for their merit, we are looking at them for their marketability, which is that's
very sad.
Yeah, I mean, again, if we think about it, going back to the idea of culture reflecting values.
That's correct.
The culture on the ground level is this. Like they are using sports as a means to draw in people for an event which will nothing to do with sports, which has actually nothing to do with sports. And similar thing is happening there. Like they're using the sports people to draw in eyeballs for brands which have nothing to do with sports.
Exactly. Yeah, seriously.
It's kind of
brands which are sponsoring also. Many of them have nothing to do with sports.
Yeah, but the question still remains in my mind that why, in a time where there are so many opportunities to indulge yourself in a potential career in sports. Why is it that you don't see as much of it happening on the streets as you used to? Is it technology? Is it general preference of people? Have social ideologies about how to spend time together, have they changed? If you do the research, you may find an answer which will...
I honestly, am not going to do any research on
neither am I. Neither am
I'd rather leave it to the people who are listening.
Yeah.
And I'd say, if you have an answer,
Yeah.
if you do know exactly why this has happened,
Yeah.
and is this good or bad?
Yeah, the most important.
Is this good or bad?
Yeah.
Or is it neutral?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm overthinking.
Yeah.
And I apologize, and I will,
Yeah.
if required. But is it good or bad? You let me know.
Yeah, even I'd like to know.
Yeah, I mean,
that this is our opinion. This is what we think.
Yeah, this is what I see. Honestly, I would prefer going out and playing any day over sitting inside a closed room and fiddling with my phone or watching TV.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I've done. That's what I like doing. And that's what has, at least I would say, made me cross my childhood in a childhood way.
Yeah. That is the thing about childhood,
exactly.
Isn't it? Like you have to
now I think we'll have to rename childhood.
Mobilehood.
Yeah, no more childhood. Or bye childhood.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's so...
it's different. It's very different from how we were.
Yeah, it
kind of makes me sad, like sometimes.
I don't know how much do we have to lose on technology because of technology.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good for so many things.
Yeah, like right now.
Right now,
our voice is reaching I don't know how many people, but it's happening because of the technology.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like it comes with the pros and cons. Let's put it like that.
I think there are more cons. We're just not able to see them.
Yeah, maybe. Well, for sure. Like I do agree that there are definitely cons which exist, which do not let us see many things, and people of impressionable age can be swayed by it unnecessarily.
Yeah, and nobody can take the credit away for the pros that are there.
Yeah,
that's always there.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's definitely by far the best thing, at least in the centuries that we've known as existent. Maybe we don't know about our ancestors and ancient civilizations. We don't know how they were. We only know through media, which came now. I mean, there are texts which were there earlier, but
they speak nothing about things like this, so we don't know. We only know.
So we really don't know. I mean,
but what we do know,
is
that in the past 15 to 20 years, things have changed
drastically. Basically, the communications between people has improved so much. Which you couldn't do well. There was so much difference. And now we ought to make use of it. To, I would say morally, make use of it morally to whatever, showcase yourself or do good for yourself. Forget doing good for the world. That you can do. Okay, you'd be the first one if you start doing something like this and start giving the world something back. Best that you can do. But do good to yourself also. At the same moment, please be aware of so many of the things which you will miss out.
That's not how technology works, is it? Like, let's be honest. Let's be real about how people perceive technology and how they use it. It's that people don't take such a informed view about the pros and cons of whatever it is that they're indulging in. It's more of it's available, like we said, out of sight, out of mind. In sight, only thing on mind.
Only mind.
That is the only thing. So if they have a simple technology which is helping them, for sure, like I understand it. I don't condone it, but I do understand it. Like why it's happening.
But that's what the thing is. Like, at least if we can make use of this technology. In a good way, like in a way which is productive. More productive. Use it to your career.
Exactly.
Use it if you wish to be a sports star. Use it if you wish to be an artist, a writer, a dancer, anything. Use it to the best that you can.
Exactly.
Morally. don't degrade anyone else's effort or disregard anything like that. But because it is so easy to do that also in today's time, right?
And it's happening.
It's happening all around us.
Earlier,
those
those trolls would be restricted to the public gatherings where you would show up, or to the groups when you would show up. But now those trolls are popping up everywhere because of the internet, because of everything, and which can be very, very demoralizing.
Exactly. So instead, put things to good use. We could also probably help in climate change for that matter.
Help. I think that is the real solution. This climate change issue which is happening right now. Strangely, many of our leaders of the world have disregarded the adverse effect that climate change is having on things, and they will continue to do it because that's the nature of how it is. So
there's so many people who are following up the entire idea about climate change. For me, the first person I think of when I talk about climate change ever to anybody is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's the forefront. He's the person on the forefront of all of this. Yeah.
I mean, you see any star out there.
Yeah.
You'll see their Instagram posts and everything. You'll see themselves.
Yeah.
Every time you see a selfie or this, that, or this, here and there, and so many other things.
Yeah.
You go and check out Leonardo DiCaprio's Instagram account.
Yeah.
And you will know. He's a hardcore, dedicated environmentalist.
Yeah.
He's the one who's actually trying to bring in this change, which people are not able to see.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell them, boss, this is happening.
Yeah.
And people are questioning him, which is so absurd.
It will be. For certain people, it is a truth that they'll never really accept now. It's again, that's out of sight, out of mind. Us living in Delhi, we can talk about climate change as much as we want, but till you go to places like Orissa, if you go to places in the south which are facing the Bay of Bengal right now, the flow of water has risen so much. In Maldives, they're saying that in a few years, Maldives is not going to be there.
Yeah, I heard that.
So when all of these things considered, whether it is, I don't know why people choose to turn a blind eye to all of this. Leonardo even went to the extent of making a film called Before the Flood, which basically, step by step, iterates how is it that we are going to lose our world.
Yeah.
And even then, even after the creation of, and the presentation of so much scientific proof behind this idea, people still don't want to take a second look
because people are so interested in the Wolf of Wall Street.
And staying completely ignorant, because whoever says they have no idea, with so many problems and so many things to think about. At the end of the day, I think for a lesser mind, and unfortunately, and I risk backlash by saying this, but most people in the world right now honestly prefer to be lesser minds. They don't want to challenge themselves to think harder, to act better. And it's bad, but at the same time, that is what the reality is. Like I said, I don't condone it, but I understand it. I can understand why people like to keep their minds numb. I can understand why people don't want to talk about these issues or do something on their bit to...
But come on, let's face it. I mean, even if you condone it, even if you, let's say, don't blame it, at some level we, at least I do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to admit this openly. At least I do. I feel that this is the worst thing that you could do to nature, which has given you.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
You've come out of this dust. This is how we've come. We were this. Everything is perfect for us. That whole concept, you have to turn it around and see that we came out of whatever was there.
Yeah.
If the environment was slightly different also, we would have been something else.
Probably had 3 hands or something.
Whatever, something else. But we are here because everything else was already there.
Yeah.
We came at very late in the making of this world.
Exactly.
We came too late. If we think that we've been there forever and ages, go do some research and see. You're nowhere close to even, minutes of if the entire world was made in 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even in seconds, probably, for that matter. So that entire idea, which you think that you are the most powerful than nature, is also wrong. I mean, you've come out of this nature.
Yeah.
What have you given it back?
concrete buildings like in this city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably DK. That's your shelter, whatever. It's fine. But what else?
What else? What did you give
cut
back?
some trees for it.
Yeah.
What did you do about them?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely
What
nothing.
are you doing to an animal which is outside your house?
Yeah. How do you treat it?
How do you treat it?
Yeah. How do you look at that animal? Like I don't know. It's
Well,
it's not a good state of affairs right now. I think.
Absolutely. So,
But
anyway, I'd again say this: plant more trees.
Plant more trees.
Find wherever space that you can.
Yeah.
Once a week, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it every day.
Once
a week, figure a place out. Just plant a tree.
Plant a tree. Conserve our green spaces, because number one, climate change is real.
Yeah.
And it's affecting us right now. The heat in this city is way more than it was when we were growing up. Yeah. And the exposure of the heat has increased, which means that the ozone depletion is at an all-time high. And please preserve green spaces, because our kids need places to play, and snatch those phones out of their hands.
Yeah.
Because they need to be out there. They need to look at the world that has given them.
Absolutely. I think
So yeah. So if if you think that we are saying something wrong, if you think our question here please do let us know. Our question simply here is that, are we doing the right thing in order to make a better future for everything, whether it's climate change, whether it's city life, whether it's sports for our kids, whether it's the general idea of playing. Are we doing the right thing? Were our observations here today something that you agree on, or whether you disagree with them? Let us know, because we'd love to know.
Yes, we'd love to know.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. All right. This was good.
Yep.
See you next time.
See you next time.